up, guys?
So with positive COVID tests pretty rampant now around the league, have you considered telling your players or strongly encouraging your players to stay home when they're not at the facility or when they're not at games? Or do you feel like that's not the place of a coach in sports to tell their players to stay home?
We tell them to be smart, be safe, understand that we're all living in a pandemic. Um, there's a lot of things about, um, you know, COVID that are, well, a lot of it's out of our control. It's airborne. Um, so, really every decision they make or every place they go, they should probably, and we really all should, walk into wherever that is, supermarket or, store, understanding that, you know, it's out there and we gotta take the correct precautions.
Malcolm Brown, is he trending in the right direction earlier this week?
Yeah, he'll be out of practice today.
What's your what's your level of concern given what we're seeing this week regarding the test results around the league?
You never want to see, people test positive. Obviously, this is a serious situation as far as, COVID and the amount of, hospitalizations and deaths that have occurred, because of the virus. I guess that's where my initial thoughts are, just people's overall health. Nothing's more important to me than the health of our team, and that extends out to their families as well. So, we take it seriously, or I take it seriously. I think the entire league takes it seriously. I think the entire country is taking it seriously. And, if the question's about football, then, yeah, that's one part of it. But I think, the overall health of the team and the people around the league, that's my initial concern or my number one concern. And I think we just have to try to take as many precautions as possible to so that it doesn't spread throughout teams, the league, the community, etc.
With Javon Holland's status uncertain for Sunday, do you feel good about Brandon Jones in terms of the elbow healing enough for him to be able to return to play?
We'll see Brandon in practice today. We'll take this day to day, and if he's available, then he'll be out there. If he's not, then we'll just have the next guy will step in and play. So, but Brandon's eager to get out there and play. He's doing everything he can from a rehab and training standpoint. So we'll see how this week goes.
Do you have any update on the 4 guys currently on the COVID list? Have any of them started the process of returning negative tests? And I guess, do you have any, are they on the track to potentially return ahead of Sunday's game?
There's a protocol in the process. Again, I don't get into people's medical situation, so I'm not going to sit here and say somebody's negative, somebody's positive. I don't believe that's the right way to approach someone else's personal situation. I think that's just common courtesy. So, we'll just take it day to day, and we'll just take it day to day.
Javon, how different is it replacing him, the safety he is, as opposed to which guys replacing Brandon Jones, a pass football?
I think this is why we practice, guys in multiple positions. If this situation occurs, and the next guy will step in and play. And that may be a variety of players, but we feel good about the guys in that room. And but it's about preparation, and it's about how we practice. That starts today, and obviously we're gearing up to play a division rival, a team that played us well last time we saw them a few weeks ago, and it's going to be a big challenge for us.
Brian, do you get the sense that, a year ago at this time, the vaccine was an idea, pretty much. It hadn't really been a whole lot of arms at that point. Now we've got 200 million people in this country fully vaccinated, a lot of them boosted, a lot of people testing positive, but they're still asymptomatic. Do you get any sense that there's a frustration level that if a player's fine, if he's vaccinated, if he's boosted, if he's done all the right things, and yet he still has to sit out, is there a frustration in those situations?
I mean, I think that's an individual a question for people individually. I think, our focus right now is obviously on the health of the team, but then on the Jets. And any frustration that, there may or may not be, I think ultimately you've got to kind of compartmentalize that and deal with that somewhere else. But when we're in here, we're focused on getting better, improving, and trying to prepare ourselves the best way to play against, a Jets team that, has played well, I would say, in spurts. I think they played some good defense. I think they played well offensively. I think they do a good job in the kicking game. I think it's going to be a big challenge for us. Our players know that. We got to prepare the right way to try to go out here and have a solid performance.
You tell us all the time that you are very much a one day at a time. What's in front of me today, practice today, the Jets this week. And
Yep.
we all understand that perspective, of course. Is to that end, though, when a team has a chance to get to 500, this magical number that so much gets made about, does some of the focus just naturally go there, do you think? I mean, it's not a goal to be 500, but it's a benchmark. It's the best you can do this week. Is there something that's a little extra when you have a chance to get back to that plateau?
No, I think it's, we're playing the Jets. And we're just trying to win one game. That's it. Not worried about what's happened in the past. Not worried about the future. We're just trying to win one game, and that starts with today, obviously.
How much can the short passing game help counteract some of the losses, potential losses?
I think I'm not sure if those kind of go together as far as losses in the backfield. I mean, we'll have somebody, a running back or running backs, so we'll have an opportunity to run the football. I think we've got to execute when we do that. I think we got to execute when we're execute our short pass game. I think we got to execute our intermediate pass game. We got to execute our deep passing game as well as our play actions and screens and RPOs and run game as well. So at the end of the day, it's all about execution. Tua is at the forefront of that, because he touches the ball on every snap, and I think I don't really see much changing. I think the Jets have a really good front. I think they do a good job. Whether it's Quinn Williams, whether it's Fotukasi, whether it's Sheldon Rankins, whether it's Franklin Myers, Shaq, Mosley. I mean, they got a good front. They got good DBs as well, and it's gonna be a big challenge for us. So we got to get execution across the board.
What have you guys seen from Duke Johnson?
Duke. He played in the one game against the Jets. He's done a good job in practice over the last. I don't know exactly how many weeks it's been, but it's called 6-7 weeks. He's a professional. He's had a lot of production in this league, and I think he'll be. He's preparing, and he always prepares as if he's going to play. And if he gets an opportunity, hopefully he's put himself in position to take advantage of it. But that's that happens over the course of the week.
Coach, how much? Running backs. Obviously, Duke Johnson's been here, Jared Stokes has been here, but those guys are probably going to get some more reps than they usually get, and then game week preparation. What are some things that you're looking for, whether it's pass protection or the communication with the quarterback?
Good communication, good fundamentals and technique, ball security. If you give us that, then I think just your fundamentals and techniques and whatever it is, pass protection, route technique. As a running back, there's seeing the front, seeing the linebackers, understanding where the lanes should open up. Things like that. I mean, I think that's what I'm looking for.
How is it preparing for the Jets with Zach Wilson after seeing Flacco last time?
I think Zach Wilson's a very talented young player in this league, big arm, mobile, and I think he's getting better every week. So I think this is a player who's ascending. I think it's like any young player. There's been some bumps. I know he was out for a little bit. He came back. He's played well, and I think this will be a big challenge for us. So we're that's what we're preparing for and against.
After the bye, do you feel like today at practice you need to sort of ratchet it up, like, all right, back to business? Will be that sort of mentality today?
Yeah, I'm expecting a good practice, and a good communication, high intensity, high level of execution. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I look for every day. So, whether it's after a bye or, after 12 games in a row, it's the same to me. No
Still
problem.
getting used to the cadence there, but you guys have been so efficient running play action and running RPOs, particularly during the past 5 weeks, even without kind of a dominant run game. I'm curious, why is it that offenses are able to successfully run like the play action and successfully run RPOs even without that dominant run game?
I think it's week to week. It's case by case. It's hard to say. I think at the end of the day, the only thing to way to answer that is execution, in whatever scheme or concept trying to do offensively. So, and that's really the answer. It's execution, and whatever play action or RPO versus not executing in something else. So.
Does the threat of a run suffice here? Even if you're not averaging 5-6 yards per carry, is the threat of just that you might run enough to open up those windows?
Again, it's case by case. So, if I know what defense we're talking about, then I could probably answer it more. Have a better answer for you. But based on what they're doing, the threat of a run may not be enough. In some instances, the threat of a run might be enough. So, I think at the end of the day, we want to be able to. We need balance. So we want to be able to run it. We want to be able to throw it. We want to be able to play action it. So, in some instances, the threat may open up more holes in the pass game. I think that's probably what you're alluding to. But the same thing as running it opens up some lanes in the pass game as well. So it's something we're constantly having conversations about. I think to get the efficiency that we're really looking for, I think you need to kind of put all those things together, and we're still working towards that.
Brian, when you play a team at this time of year that is out of the race, do you find that there's an unpredictability to? Have you found in past situations that there is an unpredictability to that team because they can maybe be a little more looser? They're playing for they're evaluating guys in different ways. They're looking toward the future. Have you found that teams change a whole lot when they're in that situation?
I think Rob, Coach Sala, I think he's going to have his guys ready to play. He's an intense. He's a great motivator, a great teacher of the fundamentals, the techniques, and I think he's going to have his team ready to go. This is in this league every week, everyone's every team's got good players. When they step in between those white lines, everyone's competing. So. I don't really take the approach that they're out of it, so it's more, there's a lot of competitive people in this league, players, coaches, executives, medical staffs, the whole bit. So they'll be ready to play. I mean, that's the case in really every game in this league. And that's really what I'm expecting from this group.
I wasn't suggesting they were gonna not show up or something like that. What I was suggesting was when a team is officially out of contention. I was wondering if you noticed that they tend to change what they do, maybe more on a week-to-week basis than you would ordinarily see. That is what I was getting at.
No, I mean I think they're trying to get a win. So whether it's trick plays or onside kicks or things of that nature, I think they're trying to get a win. So whether it's looser, I mean, I guess you could call it that. Maybe it's more apt to call a trick play, to do something in the kicking game. I mean, those are things that we're always alert for. But there may be more they may be more likely to do something like along those lines. But to me, that could show up at any point. We got hit with a fake punt a couple weeks ago with a team that was in it. So I think we got to be ready for all those things. We got to be alert for all those things. We're certainly going to coach the guys to be alert for those things. And but this, we know this is going to be a tough competitive game. Thank you.